Jungkook, give me back my book right now. I already returned it. Your book is no longer with me. Then where is my book now? It's on the top of the shelf. Feel free to get it yourself. And why did you put it up there? Give it back to me now. Why? Are you too short to reach it? I guess I was right all along about you being short. Do I need to lift you up so you can reach it? You don't need to carry me. I'll just get it myself with a chair. Besides, compared to other girls, I'm not short. Why are you comparing your height to mine? Of course, you're taller, idiot. Why are you so mad? I was just offering my kindness to help you. Besides, I haven't even touched any girl until now, but I even offered to lift you up. Thank you, but I don't need your help. All their classmates are already very aware and tired of seeing their constant bickering. Jungkook never stops teasing her, and Yin never backs down, making him even happier to tease and play with her. Finally, reluctantly, Yin grabs her chair and slides it in front of the shelf. She climbs onto the chair and retrieves her book. When Yin finally gets her book back, she feels relieved. It's her favorite sketchbook, where she draws. Many of her artworks are in that book. In reality, many other girls envy her because she's the only one who can get close to Jungkook. While Jungkook often bullies or annoys her, the truth is that only Yin manages to capture Jungkook's attention. Everyone knows that. Meanwhile, Jungkook is a popular student on campus, always scoring the highest grades, handsome, and wealthy. He can be considered the ideal guy desired by many beautiful girls. However, he's also known for rejecting all the girls who have ever confessed their feelings to him. Sitting alone on a bench in the campus park, when one of their professors didn't show up, which caused a long wait for the next lecture to start. Rather than waiting inside the classroom, she would prefer waiting outside, here in the campus park alone, while painting. Suddenly, her peace was disrupted by someone. Hi Yin, can we talk for a moment? Yin furrowed her brows, surprised that Mona wanted to talk to her. Mona was one of their classmates, a beautiful and popular girl who was also known to be selective in her friendships. Until now, Mona had never wanted to be friends with her, perhaps because she considered Yin unworthy of being her friend. But why did Mona want to talk to her now? Yin was curious. What's up, Mona? Stay away from Jungkook. I'm still talking to you nicely like this. I've never approached him. It's always him who teases me. Oh, come on. Why he teases and bothers you is because he's interested in bothering you. So I'm asking you not to entertain him when he bothers you. Ignore him. And why should I listen to you? And why should I ignore him? If you don't want to ignore him, it means you actually like him, right? Do you enjoy it when he bothers and teases you? Mona, I know you're jealous, but if you're telling me to ignore him, the reason I won't is because I think Jungkook hasn't crossed the line in his behavior towards me yet. Or why don't you just talk to Jungkook and tell him to stay away from me? Fine, I'll consider our conversation over. I'm still being nice to you, so don't wait for me to treat you badly, Yin. And I also don't understand why you feel entitled to dictate my life. What if I tell Jungkook about your threats, so he knows how obsessed you are with him? Aren't you ashamed? Mona immediately grabs the book in Yin's hand and throws it harshly. This time she's really angry with Yin for daring to challenge her. How dare you? Mona, what's gotten into you, huh? How dare you throw my book? I already told you to stay away from Jungkook. This is just the beginning, Yin. If you dare to challenge me, then I will treat you worse than this. Mona didn't want to talk to Yin anymore, so she finally got up from her seat and left her, who was also angry, just like herself. Crazy girl, her confession was rejected by Jungkook. Why am I the one being targeted? Absolutely insane. Yin sighed heavily, also touching her chest to contain her emotions. Finally, she picked up her sketchbook that Mona had thrown to the ground. Quietly, a smirk appeared on her lips. Mona had made a mistake in making Yin her opponent. All this time, she could bully others, and they always gave in to her. But targeting Yin for bullying this time was truly a wrong move. She thinks she can bully me and I'll just stay quiet? Dream on. Who does she think she is? 1 hour later, Yin entered her classroom calmly, noticing Mona staring at her sharply as if threatening her. While Yin wasn't afraid at all, in fact, she showed her smirk and a disdainful look towards her. Of course, this made Mona truly furious. No one had ever openly defied her like this before, and Mona harbored a deep grudge and hatred towards Yin this time. As Yin sat down at her desk and began to prepare her books on the table, as usual, Jungkook started misbehaving again. He approached Yin and was about to take her book again to place it in a high place. But, return my book, Jungkook, or there will be another girl threatening me after this. Hearing what Yin said certainly caught the attention of the entire class, especially Mona, whose eyes were now fixed sharply on her. But Yin only showed her smirk, showing no fear towards Mona at all. Who threatened you? Mona, she's the one who threatened me. She even threw my book when I was painting in the park earlier. I don't know what issues you to have, but you better settle your business with her. She told me to ignore you and stay away from you because she doesn't want you to be close to me. That's her. You can ask her yourself now. Why did you do that to Yin, Mona? Jungkook, I didn't do anything to her. I'm asking why you did it. I didn't ask if you did it or not. Mona remained silent, not answering Jungkook's question, while Jungkook continued to stare at her sharply. I don't know what you're planning, but I don't like you controlling the lives of people connected to me. Why are you the one deciding who can be friends and associate with me? Jungkook, why don't you understand? I just want to make you comfortable. I don't want anyone bothering you in this class. Hey, watch your words. Don't speak recklessly. I'm not the one bothering Jungkook all this time, but he's been bothering me. Just so you know, you're twisting the facts. Don't go crazy just because your love for Jungkook was rejected and now you're taking out your frustration and anger on me. Stop it. Seriously? Oh my. Jungkook, please handle her. It seems like she's very obsessed with you. I don't want her disrupting my life because of you. And why should you care about her? You don't need to pay attention to her. Can't you understand, Jungkook? I just want to make your life calmer. You have no right to control who I'm close to, even if I'm close to Yin. You have no right to stop me. Whether Yin becomes my friend, my enemy, or even my girlfriend, my wife, it's none of your business. So stop this, Mona, before I lose my patience. The atmosphere in the classroom that afternoon was truly tense, with many of their classmates witnessing their argument, although not all of them because some were still outside the classroom. But it was enough to become a new gossip within their class. It's been a week since the incident, and it seems Mona hasn't planned anything because Yin's life still appears to be comfortable as usual. The relationship between Yin and Jungkook hasn't changed either. Jungkook still often teases and taunts her. It seems that both of them are not influenced by Mona up to this point. Tomorrow is their campus's founding anniversary, and many events are organized to celebrate the occasion, including several competitions for the students. Coincidentally, this year there's a painting competition, and Yin is enthusiastic about participating. The winner will receive a cash prize, and their artwork will be displayed in the campus lobby. Naturally, the winner will feel proud as their work will be showcased. Yin truly hopes she can win this competition. The day has finally arrived, and Yin has gathered in a room to participate in a painting competition along with dozens of other participants. She paints a landscape depicting trees on canvas. Yin deliberately chooses the theme of landscape as a reflection of her liking for tranquility and peace. The colors she selects are mostly bright and vibrant, reflecting her bold and cheerful personality. Eventually, the time for the announcement arrives. The committee has examined and deliberated to select the winner of the painting competition. As it turns out, Yin is the winner. Of course, Yin is thrilled. She feels proud of her artwork, which will be displayed in the campus lobby for all students to see. Almost everyone who sees it is amazed by Yin's artwork. Most agree that Yin deserves to win the painting competition. However, this is ridiculous. I don't think the committee was fair in their judgment. How could a painting like that win? I agree with you. I'm sure there are many other artists who could create a better painting. The committee's decision is truly disappointing. Yuju and Mina, who are Yin's close friends, can't bear to hear them speak like this about their friend. If that's the case, why didn't you guys participate in the competition yourselves? Exactly. You talk too much but don't take any meaningful action. We're just expressing our thoughts. It's our opinion. What's wrong with that? Well, the problem is that you don't appreciate other people's work when you don't have any work of your own. Hey, don't be too sensitive. If Yin needs guidance, there's nothing wrong with her hearing advice from others, right? Huh? You don't need to pretend to care by giving her advice when your intention is just to undermine her reputation as the winner, right? Besides, the committee has already determined the winner, so why are you causing a commotion here? If you dare, go protest to the committee. Once again, the class erupts into chaos due to Mona's actions, causing a disturbance for Yin. And unbeknownst to them, Yin has been standing outside right behind the door. Jungkook, feeling disturbed in the class because of Mona and her friends' constant chatter, finally decides to leave the class. He's quite fed up with witnessing all the commotion. Outside the classroom, Jungkook sees Yin standing stiffly, listening to the commotion from inside the classroom, where they're tarnishing her reputation. Yin, are you okay? Yin is startled to hear his voice, realizing he's standing nearby. Right now, Yin doesn't want to be disturbed and just wants to be alone. She decides to leave him without saying a word and walks out of the campus building. Jungkook, seeing Yin's current state, can't deny that he's worried. So, quietly, he follows wherever she goes. Right now, Yin is sitting alone, leaning against something, looking a bit disheveled. The words she heard from some people in her class inevitably affected her mood. She was just happy moments ago, but she didn't expect her joy to be shattered by others' opinions who deemed her unworthy of winning the competition. Suddenly, Jungkook is sitting next to her. You don't need to worry about them. What they said isn't really good. In my opinion, your artwork is excellent, and you deserve to win. I need something to shut them up, but I don't know what. I have an idea. You want to shut them up, right? What's your idea? Let's go to the art room now. There are still plenty of canvases and paints there, right? Finally, the two of them head straight to the art room. Try painting the same picture you made for the competition again, but this time on smaller canvases. We need 2 identical paintings onto different canvases. Why is that? Because we need 2 identical paintings. For some reason, this time Yin feels like just going along with what Jungkook says. She believes Jungkook truly wants to help her. So, she started painting the same picture she made for the competition, twice on 2 different canvases. Since the canvases are small, Yin finishes her paintings relatively quickly. 1 hour later, Yin finishes her work. Then, Jungkook takes 2 pieces of paper and a pen and writes something different on each paper. Now let's go back to the classroom and bring 1 empty canvas and a little paint you used for coloring this. Finally, they return to the classroom, bringing the 2 newly painted canvases, along with 1 empty canvas and a little paint, along with the brushes. Jungkook and Yin are now standing in front of the class while their classmates are gathered inside. Since today is filled with various competitions, they have free time without any lectures. I know some of you aren't happy about Yin winning the painting competition. Okay, Yin has repainted the competition piece. Instead of just talking behind her back, why don't you show what's wrong with her painting? Go ahead and mark what you think isn't good about it. Jungkook then puts Yin's painting on the whiteboard along with the paper containing the instructions. Feel free to mark any areas you think are not good in this painting. Yin and Jungkook then sit down as their classmates start approaching the whiteboard, grabbing pens to mark what they deem as flaws in the painting. Of course, Mona and her friends are the most enthusiastic about marking Yin's painting, considering it is not good enough. Eventually, Yin's painting is no longer recognizable, covered in scribbles made by Mona and their friends. Now, Jungkook stands in front of the class again with Yin, who brings another clean and beautiful painting, identical to the first one. Okay, Yin's painting is now unrecognizable because you were so eager to mark it up, so enthusiastic about pointing out its flaws. But there's still one more. The same painting but untouched. Now the instructions on this paper are different. Jungkook then reads aloud the instructions written on the paper. Please enhance this painting to make it even more beautiful using the provided paints and brushes. Jungkook then takes Yin's ruined painting, replaced by the untouched one, and attaches the instruction paper on top of it. He also places some paints and brushes below the painting. Alright, now it's your turn to improve this painting and make it even more beautiful. If you thought some parts of the painting weren't good enough earlier and mark them, now it's time to fix those parts and make them beautiful and appealing. Here are the paints and brushes provided. Please enhance Yin's painting, or if you prefer, you can paint a new one on the blank canvas we've provided. We want to see your artwork. Jungkook and Yin then sit back and wait to see who will step forward to enhance Yin's painting. However, several minutes pass by, and none of them dare to do so. Finally, Jungkook steps forward again, while Yin remains seated. I heard it myself. All of you were speaking quite loudly, denigrating Yin's painting and deeming it unworthy of winning. And when given the opportunity to point out what was wrong with her painting, you eagerly marked it up, assuming those areas were not good. But when we asked to improve those areas to make the painting more beautiful, you yourselves don't have the ability to do so. Or if you prefer, you can create a more beautiful painting on the canvas we provided. But apparently, none of you can do it. So, what nonsense were you all arguing about here? You protested too much, yet you yourselves are empty-handed. Do you still think Yin is not worthy of winning? Then what about you? The entire class falls silent. Shortly after, Jungkook and Yin finally leave the classroom. Thank you, Jungkook. You finally shut them all up. I didn't shut them up. Your work did. But why did you do this for me? Don't you find it troublesome? Why would you bother dealing with this? Why aren't you perceptive enough, even after I did this for you? What do you mean? If I were to kiss you right now, wouldn't you get it then? Does it have to come to that for you to realize how I feel about you? This time, Yin is truly stunned by his revelation, but deep down, she's also happy. It turns out she wasn't the only one harboring feelings all this time. Finally, Yin reaches out and grabs his arm, leaning against him and resting her head on his shoulder. Thank you, Jungkook. Actually, I love you too. Jungkook just smiles, one hand stroking her head as she leans on his shoulder. He then turns his head and kisses her forehead for a long moment while Yin closes her eyes, enjoying the kiss Jungkook is giving her. So, from now on, are we a couple? We're already like this. Of course, we're a couple now.